learn. Hey, hey, pretty baby, tell me what's on your mind. You got me rocking and rolling and laughing just to keep from crying. Yeah. Learn, hey, hey, pretty baby, tell me what's on your mind. You got me rocking and rolling and laughing just to keep from crying. I said 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 16 chicks sitting in a tree. One turned around and looked at me. Hey, hey, pretty baby, tell me what's on your mind. You got me rocking and rolling and laughing just to keep from crying. Rocking and rolling and laughing just to keep from crying.
16 Chicks, a great cover. Some new music here on the Tony Jones Show from the Teledynes. Before that, we heard from one of our favorite bands around here. We heard from Bedroom Rehab Corporation.
Woohoo.
Just, that's another band where they don't really fit into a specific genre.
They don't, but they kick butt.
Basilosaurus, the track we heard. You were tuned into the Tony Jones Show online at TonyJones.org, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, and on the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones NRI. You can probably tell I'm recovering from the plague here today. Yes, I had it bad. I was phlegm ejecting all over the place earlier this week, and but I'm going to make it through. I feel like I'm swallowing razor blades right now, but other than that, you know, speaking of the aforementioned Facebook, and I've managed to gather here 3 of the only people in New England who do not care about American football. If you're catching our live broadcast, there's a big football game today. However, the Royal Rumble is tonight also if you're catching our live broadcast. So from something I totally despise to something I love, it's all happening in the same day today. Some American football and some the Royal Rumble is one of my favorites for, you know, commercial wrestling, one of my favorite pay-per-views. It is a great match. That's one of it's one of the big ones of the year.
There going to be any surprise quote-unquote guests?
Yeah, there's been some there's been a few different things pushed around on the internet regarding like Ric Flair and I don't know.
No, not I don't as much. I mean, I'm speechless just at the very thought. I mean, other than Ric Flair in a manager capacity, I don't want to see Ric Flair enter a wrestling ring for the rest of his or my life. I really don't. I mean, come on. I mean, Captain Lou Albano knew when to stop wrestling and manage, but so did Bobby Heenan. Come on, Rick, follow in their illustrious footsteps.
The guy does retire like every 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I almost feel bad for him. I mean, come on, I don't know.
But
well, I was actually going to say, I'm in the double minority. By the way, DJ Psycho Eddie here, everybody. I'm in the double minority here. Not only do I not care about football, wrestling also is not on one of those, it's not even on my radar.
Come on, you don't like to see guys in tights?
Occasionally, but usually it's recreational, not a organized
Usually it's down at Manchester 65.
No, I used to watch it when I was younger, and then I just lost interest.
You grew up.
Well, yeah.
Unlike me.
That. I only grew up by a couple of months more than you, but...
Those 2 months make a big difference.
Oh, it does. I think I found girls in that 2 months.
No, hey, listen, girls do not have to be a wrestling stopper. I mean, I have made the two things coexist for most of my life.
I'll digress.
So I've been mentioning this Facebook story I wanted to bring up, and I'm not a conspiracy nut, and this is from an actual legitimate media site, and it's actually a legitimate release of the story or the facts for the story. Some of your Facebook friends might actually be undercover federal agents. It makes sense. The U.S. law enforcement agents are following the rest of the internet world into social networking sites. They go undercover with false profiles to communicate with suspects and to gather information.
I'll tell you, that's
that information was actually obtained through a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit. And just in our little social circle of characters, how many people do we know that post about what they're going to ingest over the weekend or smoke over the weekend, or where they're going to be smoking it over the weekend?
Right. No, that's not a conspiracy theory to acknowledge that that's 100% true. I mean, that's a given to me. As a matter of fact, if from the point of view of law enforcement, that's probably a surprisingly rational and intelligent response to the situation.
It's some low-hanging fruit too.
Exactly.
It's a quick bust.
Yeah, I mean, just think about how many lunatics you are. Narcotics, terrorists. Yeah, I mean, it's a natural thing to do.
And it's, proven that ISIS is doing communication better than, quote unquote, we are.
Yeah,
especially through Twitter.
Well, I mean, you can take this, if you want to look at the basis for that back quite a few years, because, well, I am that old. The West Warwick Police Department made a murder arrest due to transactions that were taking place on the CB radio.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into the particulars, but I was a CB enthusiast, and one night there were people talking about what had happened, and then I find out a couple weeks later that not only had this person committed the murder or supposedly been part of this murder, but was arrested.
Breaker 19, we're going to kill this guy.
No, it was a little more involved than that, but yeah, I mean, law enforcement eventually catches on with the technology, because if the kids are doing it, kids are usually stupid enough to admit to doing it to their friends. Look at the people who've posted all the fights on YouTube that have gotten arrested.
Yep.
It's only a matter of time for them to catch up with Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Well, the thing is that
criminals love to brag.
Yeah, they love to brag, and for some reason, now let's say the younger generation, the millennials and younger, they're supposed to be so techno-savvy. But it's surprising how ignorant they really are, most of them, when it comes to the workings of the internet.
It's not ignorant; it's cocky.
No, it's not. It's not just cocky. There's an element of ignorance there too, because you'd be surprised how many young folks are really under the impression that when they hit delete, whatever it is is gone.
If you don't want it to show up on the internet,
but I'm just saying,
you can't put it up there.
Right, but I'm just saying
they
they believe that though.
True.
They still believe that you hit delete and that it's gone forever.
They also figure that, it's not going to happen to me. They're not going to bust me. I'm just talking about, someone talking about smoking weed or
a fracturing some guy's head with a rock. I mean, yeah,
exactly.
Seriously, I mean, there's been some murders posted on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
and then the police go to the house and. These kids are actually, their mouths are open in astonishment.
I don't know what happened.
How did they find us?
Here's your typed confession that you put on Facebook.
That's some fine police work, boys. We're going to hear from this is just a perfect segue. Again, I did not set this up. We're going to hear from the Feng Shui Police up next. This track Steps right here on the Tony Jones Show.
One, two, four, you won't look me in the eye no more. I just wanna kiss it all the way. But your cuts like mine, they tend to see me. I just know all I really wanna do is go. I just wanna find somewhere you wanna go with me. I'm so sorry. I don't know. You're gonna break my heart, and 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 you're gonna break my heart.